We're going to cover the VLOOKUP function, which is one of the most used function in Excel. So you will be seeing it a lot and using it a lot. With that being said, there are some things you're gonna have to be aware of if you do not want to make mistake with the VLOOKUP function, and also the HLOOKUP function. I'm gonna talk about those two in just a bit. And we're gonna make sure that you do everything right from the start. So we're gonna use the VLOOKUP function to do this. You see, I have a drop-down menu here. We're not using the VLOOKUP function to create the drop-down menu, but we are going to learn how to create this type of menu later on in the training. But what we want to do is that we want to be able to pick an item in the list and get the total cost. You see here I have the total cost for the mushrooms. And if I pick the cherries, then I have the total cost for the cherries, right? So I'm looking in this table, more specifically in the first column of the table for an item, and I want to bring back the value in the fifth column, which is the total cost. In order to do that, I use a function which is called VLOOKUP. The V stands for vertical. I am actually looking inside a table, which is the red one here, and vertically, because I'm looking for an item here in the first column. So the lookup value is here, being cherries right now. The table array is the red table. That table has to start with a column that actually includes what you're looking for. So you cannot have a table that, oops, sorry about that. You can't have a table that's gonna start here or here. It really has to start with the item column as the first column, because it's the column which contains the value that we're actually looking for. And then you have a column index number, which is the column number where you have to look for the total cost in this case. So if I want Excel to go here in the first column, stop on the cherries row, and then retrieve the information in the fifth column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I have to insert the number of the column here, which is 5. And then I have something optional, false or true. False is actually that I really want Excel to stop at the word cherries and nothing close to cherries, which means if I have cherry like this, it's missing an S. Because I have a false parameter here, I get an error message. Okay, so I'm looking exactly for this word and it has to be written the same. We're going to talk about the true parameter later on, but for now, let's talk about the number 5 here. Number 5 is going to be a problem later on, because remember I said earlier, and I'll say it again, you should never have inputs inside your formula. Never, because this is fixed. And at some point, it's going to get you in trouble, because you see, when I'm going to insert something here, well, the fifth column is now a blank column, and this is a problem. So most people, and when I say most, I think about over 90% of Excel users will use a number here, but they're going to be in trouble so many often because of it. So I'm going to show you how to replace this with something much more powerful later on. But for now, we start with the beginning, and we're going to use that 5 number to get to the fifth column.